So my name's Cameron Brooks. We have been going to this church for about 7 years now, and we have had a lot of trials. We've had a lot of trials for that time period, and before we started coming to this church, it was a hit or miss. It was good and bad, and we were just essentially just lost. And because as soon as we came to the church, life started to throw a lot of things at us, and it's just like the closer you get to God, the harder it can be. And but it's going through those trials, it's really digging in and having the faith that he's gonna pull you through. Whatever you got to do, and you pray about, he's gonna be there for you. Just have that faith. The whole time, like almost right from the beginning, we started having things tossed at us, whether it was like a job, like losing a job, or having financial difficulties, or just life things. And then it came to having our first child, and then having just the whole preemie thing, and having to go down to Vancouver with April in the hospital, and not knowing what's going to come of that. And then having Armory, our second child, and same kind of scenario, not knowing, it's just not a normal pregnancy, and it was very, very difficult. So he kept throwing us these trials. He kept wanting us to listen to him, and I just kept thinking I knew what I was doing. I knew what I had to do, but in the end, it wasn't what he wanted. It wasn't on the path he wanted us on. And so during those two little trials, the church, this church family was there for us the entire time. Just helping us out with foods, and just helping us get past some just financial little things that were helping us here and there, whether it's just groceries or a small little bill here. But everything was just so appreciated. And God really does. He does bless. He just keep your head down and go for it, and he'll be there. We ended up moving to what we call the Purple House. And the kids, then we had Armory. But God answered for that house. He answered. We asked about it, we wanted things for the family and whatnot. And he answered. He literally gave us everything we asked for at that time, and what our hearts desired. He what we prayed about, he essentially blessed us with. And just kind of had our critters, and things were just getting sick, and things were dying, and animals were starting to get killed by other creatures. And we had a bear that was going around, and just things were getting destroyed. They were like signs. Essentially now we know they were just signs. And just like he just wants us to listen, he wants to come back to the Bible, because we really just kind of drafted away, did the whole go to church, read your Bible here and there, and just carry on. And pretty much what happened is I just broke down pretty much one day, and just had to let go of the reins, or let go of the wheel, and let God just take control. And that was a big prayer. And just came back from the pool, and took the dogs down to the water, and they were just right by my side. Normally they just did their own thing, and they were just by my side today. And I had to make the first step, and they're like, come on. And then just right in then, we all just kind of went in and touched the water. And at that moment, a lot a lot changed. There's a lot of things I know now that could have happened, but didn't. Like my arms buckling, me going face first, my body not twisting, and they say it all comes down to whether there's two dogs taking the big hit that came in with me, and just from my weight, and everything played a part, and whatever it was. So just hearing the dogs yelping and thinking for a second I could do something but can't get my hands out of the water. And just feeling trapped and just having tunnel vision. And this whole time, there was this root that if it wasn't there, it literally it would have been face first in the water. And that just would have been it. God literally just twisted me and placed my one hand on this root, and this root, I was just like, had a death grip on it, and it twisted me around, faced me towards the sandbank, and then I slid my hand just a little bit down it, and then as soon as my hand had touched the water, I remember it being snapped down to the sand. So now it went from the root to my hands now just in the sand, in the water, and all I could do was just push them through the sand and just move forward. Like, I don't know how I moved forward. I feel like I was just pushed. But then making it to the bank, and it's just neat how God, like that root and everything, like that tree that grew, that root was just it was old, you know. It was I feel it was just planned. It was there, it was ready, and he just really knows what's going on, and he has the ultimate plan. And just like in Job, you know, God knows everything. He knows all the stars. He knows all just what the world is made out of, like the darkest places, the lightest places, all the way to the hairs on your head kind of thing, you know. And just not judging him, you know, and thinking he doesn't know, or he's gonna take care of you, or he's forgot about you, you know. Just, he knows what is going on in your life, and he knows what he can do to fix it. And he can. You just gotta trust him. You know, you just gotta have that faith that feels so hard and is so hard to let go. And really think God's gonna, you know, cover us on fuel trying to get to work, or trying to take care of our kids. You know, like those are just, in this whole world, those things seem like small things, and seem like, how could he care about that also? But man, he does. He really, really does. I just want everybody to know that no matter what you're going through, no matter how hard it is, and even though you think it's over, or you just don't got anything left, he just blesses you in sevenfold. It's just, he just doubles everything. You know, he might lose things, but you know, he does bring it back. He does just want you. He wants your love. And I just pray for anybody that's going through a trial and thinks it's the end. It's not. It's really just the beginning. He's just building you into what he needs you to be. And yeah, you can do it. You got it.